Welcome back. In day 3, we build the engine. Today, we learn to drive. We are loading the complete vocabulary of code. A lot of tutorials rush through this. They give you a definition and move on. But if you don't truly understand the difference between class and an object, or why indentation crashes your program, you will struggle later. We aren't just memorizing dictionary words today. We are building a mental map using 15 specific concepts organized into 4 critical stages. Here is your mission map for today. We have 4 levels to clear. Level 4. Understand the language, the basics. Level 5. Learn the rules, syntax and grammar. Level 6. Build logic tools for thinking. Level 7. Organize and scale. Structure for big projects. Level 4. Before we speak, we must understand what the language is. What will we learn in this level is as follows. First, what is a program? It is a complete set of instructions that a computer runs from start to finish to accomplish a task. But is code the same as a program? Beginners mix this up. Code refers to the individual written instructions. A program is when those instructions are organized and run to do something useful. Let us understand them with an example and an analogy for both code and a program. Think of a full recipe for biryani from ingredients to plating. If you just have the ingredients data, you don't have a meal. You need the steps to process them. That set of steps is the program. Code is like the scattered cooking steps on sticky notes. A program is a set of steps arranged cleanly into one working recipe. You write code, but you deliver a program. Now take a look and note down the example. So, what is a script? A small Python program, usually a single file, made to do one quick specific task. It's like a one-page morning checklist on your wall. It's short, focused, and used daily for a simple job. Why it matters? In Python, we almost always start by writing scripts. It's the building block. Now, write the output in the comment section for the example of the script. How does the computer read this script? It uses an interpreter, a program that reads your code and executes it line by line immediately. How is this different from a compiler like in C or C++? It is a program that converts the entire code to machine code first. The difference between them are the interpreter reads and runs code line by line with no separate compilation step, and the results are immediate. Whereas with a compiler, converts entire code to machine code first. A compilation step is required before running and then runs the compiled file later. To understand the difference even better, let's take another simple analogy. Think of a live translator in a conversation. They hear one sentence, instantly translate it, and speak it. They don't wait for the whole speech to finish. That's how an interpreter works. Similarly, if the same translator translates the entire speech after listening to it in full, that's how a compiler works. In other words, the interpreter is like a street food vendor. You order, they make it, you eat it, step by step. The compiler is like a restaurant. The kitchen prepares everything first, compiles it, and serves it all at once. Pro tip: because Python is an interpreter, if you make a mistake on line 10, lines 1 to 9 will still run before it crashes. That's why it's great for learning. Now take a look and note down the example. Level 5. Every language has rules. If you break them, the game crashes. What will we learn in this level is as follows. What are keywords? Reserved words that have special meaning in Python's grammar. Think of fixed grammar words like and, or if. You wouldn't name a person and. Similarly, you can't name a variable if or class because Python has already reserved those words. Let us understand it with an analogy, like fixed grammar words in English. If and or have fixed roles. You don't use them as names of people. Similar case for keywords in Python. Let us understand it by the following program down below. What is a statement, indentation and comments? The statement is a single complete instruction Python can execute. Indentation. Listen closely. This is where 90% of beginners get stuck. These are the spaces at the start of a line that show which code belongs inside a block. It is a strict rule, not just style. The comments text is meant only for humans. Python completely ignores comments when running. Let us understand these three with a few simple analogies. One item on your daily checklist. Check email, attend 10 a.m. class, eat lunch is how statements are. Like sticky notes or margin notes in a textbook don't change the content, just explain it. That's how comments are. Like sub items in a nested to-do list. Study, solve questions, lunch, eat meal, rest is how indentions are. Now, let us understand them with simple examples. Now take a look and note down the example. Level 6. Now we pick up the tools to build our logic. What will we learn in this level is as follows. What are variables? A variable is a named place in memory that stores a value. The name is like a label on a box, like a locker at college. Locker number equals variable name, items inside equals value. You can change what's inside without changing the locker number. Let us understand with an example. Like below, what are functions? A reusable block of code that performs one specific task. Let us see how it works with an analogy. You define the steps once, grind, beans, heat, water, pour, that's defining the function. Then you just press the button labeled espresso. You don't build the machine every time you want coffee. You just call the function. It saves you from rewriting code over and over. Let us understand with an example. Like below, what is a class? A class is a blueprint or template that defines the structure and behavior for objects of that type. Let us understand it this way. Think of a car model design, like a Honda Civic. The design specifies how every Civic looks and behaves. But the design itself isn't a car. You can't drive a blueprint. That's exactly how a class behaves. Now, note down the code below. What is the object? A real individual instance created from the blueprint or a class with actual data inside. Let us look at this way. If the class is the cookie cutter, the template, the object is the actual cookie, the real thing. Beginner trap. You can make 100 cookies from one cutter. You can make 100 objects from one class. They are separate things, but they share the same structure. Now, continue with the previous code and note down the remaining. Level 7. This is the boss level. How we organize the world to build massive projects. What are modules? A Python file containing reusable code functions, variables that you can import. Just like books in a library, you don't rewrite the book. You borrow, import it when you need it, use the knowledge inside, and return it. A similar way is how modules work. Example, import random lets you use Python's random number generator without writing it yourself. What are packages? A folder structure containing multiple modules organized for large projects. It's like a supermarket layout. The supermarket is the package. The sections dairy, fruits are the modules. The items are the functions. It keeps everything organized so you can find what you need. The structure is as follows below. We have cleared level 7. You now possess the complete vocabulary of Python. From the biryani recipe program to the supermarket layout packages. You understand the language, you know the rules, you can build logic, and you can scale it up. Don't worry if classes or objects still feel a bit abstract. that is normal. Today was about planting the seed. On day 4, we'll focus on variables and their concepts you'll see everywhere while coding. So be ready for the next class. Subscribe.